What's up, guys and gals, and welcome back to the Nerd Castle for another episode of Cyanide Studios' Aarklash Legacy, one of the nastier, more difficult strategy RPGs I've played in a very, very long time. In fact, it has inspired me to go back and play StarCraft again. It's inspired me to go back and play Command & Conquer again. I've been playing all kinds of RTSs lately, just binging out on RTSs like crazy. I think in the last couple days, well, I'll continue in just a moment. Never mind, we have a load screen. So in the last couple days, I think I beat Tiberium Wars, Tiberian Sun, and also I got most of the way through Red Alert, which is just like, eh.
Sacred place, yup. This place. Bolem signed life to guild.
Did they torture you? Were you chained?
Bolem make his mark in blood. Happy day.
Why? Why would anyone sign a contract that enslaves them?
Wendaru, softly. Bolam offered his service to save his village from a war. The Goldmongers declared their lands neutral. The village was spared thanks to him.
I was but a pup. My clan sold me for a wagon full of steel. I had no choice.
It's not so bad, my sweet. You've got me.
Your contract is over in less than a moon. And then you'll leave us, free to find your precious streets of Codwallin.
None of us are free of anything right now. We're in Acheron with the armies of a Dark Lord breathing down our neck. If we're alive tomorrow, it will be a miracle.
Miracle, yup. Alive tomorrow, good yup.
God. Codwallin sounds like the kind of place that like a horrible, horrible musical would take place. Like not horrible as in like bad screen production, but I mean horrible as in like Les Miserables, where like nobody gets out like in like one piece. Ooh, and what is this? Let's have a look here. I'm gonna bring one of the smaller party members because I do have my suspicions about Bolam being larger than everybody else and whether or not his hitbox is actually the same size for AoEs. Just those weird little MMO type, that's full of blood, that's lovely. This is completely and totally unsanitary. Let's figure out, oh, you've actually got to run the gauntlet on each of these. Okay. Well, I don't have anybody who's faster or can make their movement speed quicker. Can Bolam jump to a specific spot? Or does he need to jump to a person? I'm trying to game the system right now and see if there's an easier way to do this. So first we need to figure out where some of the bouncies are going. So you should be safe here up to this point. And, ooh, okay. It doesn't kill you. It teleports you back. Alright, I can do this. Let's see if we can handle this here. This one's going to be a little weird to dodge. I think I should probably go to right there. Assuming the hitbox doesn't freak out on me. Yeah, that's about what I had figured with that one. We've got a long bomb right here we're going to have to watch out for. I wonder if it resets all of the triggers if you mess this up. So there's one. I'm actually going to leave her right there. Wendaru's up next, just in case. Oh, we got to trigger them at the same time. So yeah, that's probably the best way to do this then. This one's got a diagonal going to right there. But other than the diagonal, it doesn't look like there's anything other than this second diagonal, which is sort of throwing me off. My eyesight is very poor, so you'll have to forgive me if I mess this up repeatedly. Like, especially when it comes to, like, discerning colors on backgrounds and things like that. I'm not colorblind or anything, but I have trouble discerning detail at, like, any different level, so I'm not trying to make excuses, I swear. I'm just saying. I'm just throwing that out there. Just making it known. We have to do that actually with all 4 people, so let's just get Bolam out of the way now. He's got a bouncy there and a bouncy there. I think if he can make it to that spot, he should be okay. Very nice, and then the next open spot looks as though it's right there. So there it is. I'm impressed with the originality of some of these little puzzles. I was kind of wondering if they were just going to rehash things I'd already seen before, because you'll recall like in the last episode, or the one before that actually, there was a puzzle that I remembered it was like a 3x3 or like a 4x4 box puzzle where like different things triggered different things, and I had remembered the sequence from previous games that I had played from other developers, And it's difficult to come up with unique, like, puzzle-solving movement puzzles. It really is. Like, I don't do game development. My assumption is that, like, weird little things like this are you either poach them from other people's games or you actually design them from the ground up. And the second seems like it would be very, very difficult. So I think this is probably going to be timed. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to save right here because this has the potential to wipe everybody out. There we go. Alright, good. I didn't want to have to make the run again. Cool. And let's go fight another group of gargoyles, which I can almost promise you will be up in here. In fact, I wager 6 Kentucky nickels. 6 Kentucky nickels. Oh, what the hell is that? Oh, big ass. Oh, it's one of the unique warriors of Belial. That's bad. That's really, really bad. Priest, priest, priest. Spectre. So there's a lot of priests in here and some tenebrae. Yikes, this one could get a little rowdy. Unfortunately, I think I'm going to start getting on the priests first because they're going to be throwing out a lot of heals if I don't just like get on them early. So let's go ahead and take everybody to a position where they'll be able to start focusing priests down. And I know we're probably going to end up here. Where did Nella go? Nella? Where are you? Oh, there you are. Okay, good. And regardless of how this goes down, we're still going to run into problems. And I'll explain that in just a moment. We're still going to run into problems in that all the priests are going to heal each other anyways. What we want them to do is what they just did, like chain heal each other. So now we're going to pop every DPS resource we have and hopefully put these guys away. At least one of them. Can she hit from there? She can. Good. So let's get that going. I actually think that Bo Lamb's probably going to need another heal pretty quickly. There it is. And let's hope that we can kill this priest before anything else goes wrong. Let's get on the second priest. And at this point, Wendaru is not going to actually... Can I move him right now? Oh, I can. Good. So let's go ahead and relocate everybody. So as to be sure this goes the way we want it to. And I'm standing on the seal again, which always makes this kind of thing a little sketchy. This guy's obviously going to get himself a heal off because they're both at full mana. So I'm going to wait. Actually, yeah, do the AoE drain. You might as well add a little bit of chaos to this situation. Just make everyone bleed. And once everybody is just firing blood everywhere, he's going to immobilize Bolam again, I think. I can't tell who he's targeting right now because this seal actually is upraised. And if you've watched the previous episodes, you'll know that that makes for a little bit of a trying issue sometimes. While she's doing that, obviously we're going to have Wendaru get some drain on. So there it is. 2 drains all ready to go. And as soon as that heal goes off, we should be alright. I realize my DPS is a little scattered right now, but that's alright. We should be able to make it out of this thing unscathed. Denzel's almost ready to go again. Let's make sure that everybody's focusing a priest, actually. I don't feel like ducking ridiculous heals for the rest of the fight. Wendaru's charmed, unfortunately. That may actually lead to unfortunate consequences for Bo Lam. However, her heal is on a 3-second timer now, so she may get it off in time. She's going to have to nuke away, though. Oh, and we've actually got a taunt off here. So I'm going to have her stand still, and let's taunt. There we are, and that should bounce around and get him back into shape. As soon as she's out of that control effect, I'm going to put a heal on... God, I hate the fact that I can't see my arrow here.
Be healed, friend.
Yeah, that missed and it went all the way over here because I can't see. So once again, in a bad situation with regards to the healing that's going to be available. Let's throw out Bolam, another heal, I guess, while we work on that final priest. We have another immobilize going out. Let me get Nella over here and get her working on this priest really quickly. And then after the priest, I think we're probably going to jump on the Morbid Spectre. I'm going to save all DPS, all the really bursty type stuff here. I'm going to get Wendaru right up behind him, actually, because it's... There we go. So that one actually landed. And then what we need to do now is pop Denzel's damage dealing ability and get him going. Nella we're going to save as a reserve healer for right now. And we're going to put everybody that we can on the Morbid Spectre because we want him deader than dirt. Okay, and then get the hell away from him because he does that little explodey thing where he fears everybody. And what is he doing? Bilal's blood. He curses the target for 1.5 seconds and steals 30 HP per second. That's not so bad. Who do I want to DPS, though? These guys have this nasty ability to come back every now and again. Still haven't figured that one out. It's kind of one of those wild card type things that I'm just not sure what triggers it. Let's get a taunt going. Since he's decided to be a douche. And what is he doing? Oh, he's increasing his attack speed. Alright. Well, since he's in the middle of all this, maybe jump him out really quickly. And unfortunately, if he's inside the range of all these guys, he's not going to be able to do much. Let's start a heal from her. And then we'll get 2 drains going, because we did buff up her drain, I think, last episode? I don't remember. I'll take a look after this fight. And so what I really need... Did I drain from the wrong person right there? I think I did. Oh my, that was, I think I drained from him instead of her. I don't know why I did that. That's one of those weird things that your brain just does without, your brain's just like, screw you. I'm not on board today. Your medulla oblongata has clocked out for the rest of the evening. I'm going to do what I will, and you're just going to have to suffer the results. And that happens to me a surprising amount. Let's get Bolam healed, and I think I'm actually just going to fall back on the almighty nuke here for the remainder of the fight. A lot of block categories going around from these warriors. There's a tad more damage. Bolam can't use Clompy Stompy just yet. Let's maybe deal damage to the Saluel since he's the lowest. There we are. He is now down. Switch around and see if we can't finish off these last 2. I'm going to start a heal over here. Have Windaroo drain twice from Nella. Yeah, he came back. No idea why that happens. It's not on their ability list or anything of that nature, so... I've gone through like everything trying to figure out why they come back when I don't want them to. I'm going to pop his ability over here. He's going to sneak in and hopefully we can kill off that warrior there. I'm assuming he's probably going to come back too. I don't know if that's going to be the case. Oh, he's draining MP. Ew, I don't like that. That's no fun. Let's get 2 back-to-back heals going then. Maybe do a bit of draining here. God, that is such a fistful of MP that guy is stealing every time he does that. Get over here as your taunt back up. Good. Get that Ira off her. There. Now I can actually taunt in peace. Let's disperse this Ira while we're sitting here maybe. And I realize that was sort of a wasted ability, but I don't really mind. Because the fight is nearly over anyways, and once you get on the back end of a fight, my inherent laziness takes... So actually, inherent is not fair there. I did not get that from my parents. Inherent means that you inherited it. And every time I use the phrase inherit, or inherent, improperly, I sort of wince for my parentage. And so it's not their fault. They work hard. It's my fault. I'm a slacker, deep down. Just a slackery face. I'll grow a goatee and everything. Just like one of those little soul patch jazz goatees. One of those ones that they put on posters like, don't be a slacker, in the 1940s. Be part of the right cause. We'll break this seal really quickly. Johnny signed up for the war. Alright, and so there goes that other seal, and I suppose at this point we're probably just going to work our way back to rendezvous with everybody else, and maybe get thrown into a boss fight. The experience that I've gotten from taking these 2 different groups has been really unique. I'm not sure what my team of 4 is going to be for the future. I'm also not sure if they're going to split us up any further. I really like Mocha. Mocha's pretty cool, and I'm thinking about bringing him along. And I really like... Actually, I'm a sucker for friends as well. So far, there's no character that I absolutely just loathe. After you level them all up, they're a little fun.
Well met. I am glad to see all of you.
And with our skin still attached, as you As wheel swords, we are bound by our oath to succeed.
Tell that to the dead.
Safety lies beyond yonder door, and I sense an end to my earthly chains.
The patrons have much to answer for.
You dare question the patrons, you impudent pup!
Enough! We all serve the guild. But there are questions that will have to be answered. I too have questions. Though I'm not sure all are my own.
Bolam happy. He no need answers. He happy with friends.
Aye, brothers and sisters all. No point falling out a fart's breadth away from safety.
His words speak true.
Then onwards, together.
To make a slight addendum, Lech Loris does not still have his skin attached, so
Wheel swords all.
I just wanted to make that clear. I mean, everybody there still had their skin attached, with the exception of Lech Loris, who never had it in the first place. So we have some logical fallacies to kind of iron out right there, but maybe I'm just kind of being a prick and pointing out things that don't need to be pointed out. Never mind. I don't want to make fun of my bony friend. He's got the coolest AoE ever, and if he leaves me, I'm going to cry. So I hope his contract isn't up.
The only way now is onwards.
I like this less and less. Another year and I would have saved enough to buy myself out and be free of you all. And the cursed...
Bodies. Denzel, check them.
Wheel swords.
You know them?
Jekyll Witz. He was a good man. Worked with him before your contract. Like me, not long left to serve. They told him he'd get his gold link this winter.
Aye, shared many a jug with him in the taverns of Alahang. Wife and kids somewhere outside of Luciana.
The dead do not mourn for the living. We shall avenge our brethren with the nectar of our enemies' juices.
And so that will be our fate. Split like ripe fruit on a dusty floor.
Pears. Bolam's favorites. So sweet, sweet.
Our patrons will guide us. Too much talk here. We must hurry to them.
Right. There will be time to mourn later. I, for one, will not sell myself cheaply. We have overcome much to be here. We have survived, adding spokes to wheel. These tunnels hold our salvation, not our doom.
Alright, so it assigned me like a oh, it gave me the party that I had previously when we went on the first adventure. Now, I do like Naka, and I'm gonna have to, like, reassociate myself with everything that everybody has here. But I don't really know which party members I want to bring. I'm in between a rock and a hard place here because I like each and every single party member for their own reasons. Denzel is the only one that I feel his abilities are a little lackluster, but he's still a badass character. Secondly, they said these guys were split like fruit. That is clearly a skeleton. He was not split anytime recently. I mean, I need my corpses to be a bit juicier before I'll make the proclamation that they died recently. Well, we don't have... Given the choice, I think I'm going to stick with Naka as a tank. So let me swap out party members here. Lech Loris is obviously staying. Mocha's obviously staying. Friends is really good too. I like Friends. This is tough. Well, I guess I'll take Nella for now because I like having an off healer. Nella and Wendaru work very, very well together. Honestly, I'll probably just swap people out as I see fit. I'm pretty sure that, you know, there's different kind of ways to beat this game, and as we come across different problems and projects, I'll try and solve them each in their own way. Let's have a look around. When was the last time I saved, actually? Okay, so I saved just a second ago. I forgot when I saved because I'm kind of a noob like that. We've got a large lever here, or a lever, however you like to say it, and a seal over there. I'd prefer to have a look around my bearings before I go flipping any switches, but I think this is about all we're going to be able to do. Let's have Nella flip it. And it looks as though we have a combination. So we have like a slash. And a like eyelid type deal, or a half circle that's upside down, and then we've got a sideways chevron, or a dagger as they call it in programming. So we'll put them on top of the dagger. And then Lek Loris. Oh, what if they attack me right now and my party's all disjointed like this? This is going to be really, really bad. Maybe I'm just getting paranoid, though. Wonder if there's like a time limit to this. It's like, so I guess I'll step everybody off right here. We'll put Mocha there. The dagger's right there. And I get the sneaking suspicion I might be doing this wrong. I don't know. And as soon as Nella's on top of that little happy eye... Oh, that slash is the wrong direction. Never mind. I need this one. There it is. It was mirrored. I wonder how many times I'm going to have to do this. Let's go ahead and get everybody back off again. And Lek Loris is first. She's second. There's another sleepy eye over here. That's what I'm calling those. Sleepy eyes, happy eyes, daggers, and frowny faces. There we go, frowny faces. And with the final frowny face, the door opened. Now, what did he have again? He can remove and immunize his control effects. I really like that ability. That ability is going to be a lifesaver down the line. Flint Shard increases... Okay, so that was the focus that increases the armor. Let me make sure that people haven't leveled as well. That's about what I had thought. Mocha's about ready to go, so maybe... That's going to increase the size of his AoE. Actually, it looks like everybody's about ready to go. God. Let's continue moving him down the AoE pathway. We'll think about what the split does once we're that far. With our dear friend Friends, I had really wanted to get down to thermopressure, where he had the AoE knockdown, because that seemed like a really, really cool ability. Being able to AoE knock people down for 5 seconds, that's pretty major. That's like really an AoE hammer of justice that I can't walk away from. That's such a long duration stun that it could be pretty much a game changer. Nourishing Prey, we were... Oh, I didn't. I thought I put more into the drain. I haven't been using Nourishing Prey, so I think what I'm going to do is put it all back into the drain, possibly. Let's see here. We can tap HP from an ally and gain 75, 350 there, and we gain 125. So this one doesn't have a cooldown, so we really don't want the cooldown, so we're pretty much stuck going this direction. I'll finish this tree, and then we'll go off that way, but haven't been using Nourishing Prey that much. It does a lot of damage. Wait, did I... Let's see here. I would swear that this one was dealing damage before, but maybe it got patched out. I thought that this one had a... It looks like it was removed, though. It explodes and restores health. Or it explodes and restores health. Weird. I don't know. I'm not going to ponder it too much because we've got stuff to do. And everybody else... Oh, Naka's ready to go. So I'm going to continue with Naka down her healing tree. So it looks like this is going to increase the amount of HP she heals and makes her drain 150% of the damage she's dealing rather than just 100, which is pretty amazing, actually. Let's go ahead and step forward into the unknown. And hopefully nothing... Alright, so we've got this guy. We got a Warrior Saluel, Ira Tenebrae, the Bard of Alahan. Wasn't he with the... Weren't those guys with the... Let me see what his abilities are, but I'm pretty sure they were with the Duke's Men or the Baron's Men. Invocation of Light. So he casts that regular AoE that the Skellies use too, the Skelly Mages. He reduces magic armor, and the unit is controlled by a mysterious force. Unfortunate. I'm going to try and get her a little bit further forward. There's an Archer of Alahan as well. Oh, he didn't charge. How very wonderful. Well, I'm going to lock her down then as quickly as possible. So those guys should all be taunted. With Lek Loris in tow, we can use Death Wish. Blow some dudes up. We can also inflict fear on people, which I'm semi-tempted to start fearing the Morbid Spectre around while I have the chance. We're not going to focus on the Ira Tenebrae. Let's move our way over here. And as soon as we're in position there, we'll get his hots rolling. If Naka gets controlled, we'll throw his control we'll throw that off basically. But I'd like to get everybody lined up over here before we start any long-term actions against the enemy. So I think what I'd prefer now is that we start a Mystic Essence right here. I'll start a heal, and if Mocha doesn't work out, I'm definitely willing to put Wendaru back in and just kind of maintain this team that I had from previous fights. Maybe I'll throw out, yeah, let's start with a little bit of the old AoEs as soon as that heal goes through. So there, oh, we're getting horrors from the sides too. That should be fun. So now that that guy is controlled, or that Naka's controlled, we have manipulation going towards Naka. So I'm going to wait for that manipulation to go off, and then I'm going to remove it all with Mocha, hopefully. Mocha can't get hit, which is another issue. If Mocha gets hit, he loses like all of his mana, and it appears as though they are going to hit Mocha, which is a big, big, big problem. So let me banish that really quickly. Lekloris is almost ready to go with another banished blow. So she's now out. Oh no. Well, that sort of backfired. Is she controlled right now? Because it said it cancels control spells. So he removes against control effects. So it says he removes, then immunizes effects plurally. And that did not remove all of the effects unless I timed it wrong. So I suppose, let's continue DPSing here. Let's make sure that the people stay healed that need to stay healed. So there's another DPS attack out. And Mocha's going to be on the run for now. Is Naka back in? Okay, good. So I need Naka to get herself healed up, so she's running her personal regeneration so I can focus on other projects. And then I need everybody else on that Bard of Alahan for now. Looks like Mocha's going to lose most of his MP just from taking damage. I may pull him just based on that. I don't know. Just being able to control aggro at the moment is a little difficult. And this is one of those cases where I think our big buddy Bo Lamb would probably be better off, but you can't have everything. That's kind of the joy of this game, is that they sort of force you into little pigeonholes every now and again. Let's make sure that everybody else is maintaining damage there. The Ira Tenebrae is back, but the Bard of Alahan is down. Naka's about ready to taunt again, so we're going to get her taunting as many people as possible. I suppose I could have ran into range with Mocha and solved the problem that way. I'm going to throw out... I guess... Ooh, that's a tough choice, because those are going to blow up. Mocha's going to go down. We really can't do anything about Mocha right now. I guess let's get started on him. Just deal as much damage as we possibly can. Oh, sir, I need you on the Morbid Spectre. Go in the wrong direction. Also, I need to get a heal going on Naka. And Naka's ready to regenerate again with M65. There it is. I'm going to put her on the Warrior of Saluel, hopefully regenerating a bit of health while we finish off this guy. Mocha is now officially down. Let's go ahead and start with the Loving Healing again. Try and get out of the range of that AoE Fear that's going to go off. And then what I'd like to do from this spot is throw out an AoE again and maybe get rid of anybody that's a little bit marginal, if you know what I mean. After that heal goes off, I would prefer that Lekloris come over here and pick up our dear friend Mocha, who is still regenerating, even though he's losing consciousness rather rapidly. And as soon as Lekloris has Mocha back up, how's he looking on MP? Not so amazing. Naka is almost there. Let's go ahead and throw out another heal. Mana's going to have to suffer for the time being. We've got another AoE up and ready to go, so we're going to throw that as soon as we can get Lekloris into play. There we are, and so she's back into a better state. There's a bit more damage. We one-shotted one of the horrors, so that didn't turn out to be a problem. Let's deal some damage over here while thinking about starting another heal. And so that's what could potentially go wrong with Mocha every single time, is that he ends up getting hit and losing all his mana. That's the number one thing we have to avoid with Mocha, and that's partially due to my poor playstyle. I probably could have had him run into the circle where Naka was and have everybody else get taunted off, but what about ranged characters? He still loses that even if they're ranged, which is slightly terrifying and puts a little bit of pressure on me to make sure that that doesn't happen. I'm actually going to break her taunt now and get her out of the way so that I can one-shot this mob. There it is, and then we should be able to finish off the Saluel warrior now. I think Mocha is back in business almost. How much? I gotta look at his numbers again and figure out how much he regenerates whenever he pops that stuff. The Saluel is back. I just don't know, guys. I have no idea why those come back. Is it his ability, maybe? Yeah, it's not his ability either. Who knows? This unit is controlled by a mysterious force. Well, maybe he's connected to somebody and like can't die until that somebody is gone, but I don't know. Let's go ahead and start the AoE parade here. Just anything we can throw out. Get her regenerating. And then I'm going to have her use Sword Axe for once because she doesn't use it very often. So there's a bit more damage. And finally, the Ira Tenebrae will go down, and that will be the end of our episode. So my name is Splattercat. Thank you very much for joining me here in the Nerd Castle for another thrilling episode of Cyanide Studios' Aarklash Legacy. Oh, wait.
There is more at work in these lands than just a restless dead.
The Lion and Acheron have always been foes. It is one of the constants that balances the fabric of Aarklash.
Aye, something mighty peculiar is going on, no doubt. I wouldn't have thought I'd see the day they'd be allies.
Our enemies will throw themselves against us without fear for their safety. They are worthy adversaries.
Or fools.
No, there's more to it than that. Have you seen their eyes?
Yes, hollow. No one home.
Like marionettes, dancing to another's drum.
Very poetic. Where'd that come from?
I'm not sure. Since the behemoth, I've been hearing whispers, getting stronger. Enough. We need to move.
Okay, so now I'm going to break off the episode. Take care, guys, and I will see you next time.